today receive a form from your teacher, your core class teacher, your first period, and it's going to look like this. This is your registration form. So what you are going to do, students, your teachers are going to do your core classes, and then you are responsible for completing the CGA pathways or the fine arts pathways, or basically your electives. So it's very important that you look at your sheet carefully. We do want you all to be pathway completers. So you will actually, if you are in a current pathway, you're going to want to follow that pathway and make your selections appropriately. But also, you want to select if you are not sure if you want to stay in that pathway, or we would like to make sure you have at selection 1, 2, or 3. So we need you to rank in order, depending on how the master schedule works out, the classes you would like to take are the CTA pathways or your electives. So you will rank in order from 1 to 3, the classes that are the ones you would like to take the most to the least. And then so we can make sure as we build your classes and your schedules, we know the classes that you will be interested in. So again, it is very important that you do take this form through all of your classes. Make sure you leave it with your fourth period teacher at the end of the day, and we will make sure, and our counselors will make sure that we provide you with the best schedule possible for you to be able to enjoy your 18-19 schedule. Again, you will receive this in first period, and make sure you take it all the way around to all of your teachers. Your teachers will sign you up for your course selections of your core classes, math, science, social studies, and English, and your responsibility will be for the elective part. If you have any questions, please feel free to make sure you ask one of your teachers, or you can ask a counselor in the counseling department. And the nice part is the rest of this video, you will get to see some of the pathways we have to offer here at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. High School. So you'll be able to make sure your selection is something that interests you and you'll want to stay and be a pathway completer in. Thank you.
So everyone in this band, we all set a certain standard to the rest of the school. We treat ourselves as if we are the best, and we are the best in our eyes because we make sure our grades are right. Mr. Kimber will definitely make sure. And we also make sure that our friends are okay. So if anybody's having a problem that you didn't want to tell a teacher or a different staff member, you can always tell Mr. Kimber. You can always tell one of your peers, and we're all here for each other. We're all one big happy family. And in our classes, it also teaches you how to read music. And then actually, you actually realize that music is actually spread out along a lot of different core subjects, like counting music, that's math, okay, reading music, literature, stuff like that. It just widens your entire perspective, and you can take it and run with it if you want to. You don't even have to do music when you graduate college, but it's going to be an amazing aspect of your life and one of your good qualities you're going to want to have for the rest of your life.
One of the biggest requirements is being comfortable in being yourself and being ready to showcase your talent and what you're able to do.
Stepping out of your comfort zone and trying new things.
My job is to teach the rudimentary aspects of what ROTC is all about. I teach first-year students. We have another instructor who teaches second-year students, and another instructor who teaches third and fourth-year students. Their names are Petty Officer King and Lieutenant Hicks. Now, our goal in ROTC is not to put you in the military. That is not our goal. Our goal is to make you a better citizen that can function in this world that we live in. One of our cadets here that I'm very proud of is Miss Robinson. Miss Robinson is on her second year. She spent her first year with me. She moved up the ranks very quickly, and now she's a company commander, which means she's in charge of an entire company in the ROTC.
ROTC is about developing better citizens. It's not technically to prepare you for the military. You don't have to go into the military with ROTC. You can also just have it as a background on your resume to show that I'm trustworthy, I'm honorable, I can do things without being told to do so. I can take the initiative and do things. One of my goals with me in ROTC, I plan on being over in the entire unit, showing that I'm capable of being in control of the students and not necessarily abusing power. Just showing that, okay, it's good to be in a leadership position, and just even in a business world, once you make it up in corporate or anything that you do, how you can interact with your employees, or in ROTC as we say, your cadets. Our core values are honor, courage, and commitment. We take those core values very seriously. We also take the safety of our cadets very seriously. We love this program, and I love this program.
And in closing, I would like to say that if you want to be an ROTC, you want to be different. You don't want to be like everybody else. You want to be part of a program that's actually larger than any program in this high school. We have more people in ROTC than the band. So obviously we're doing something right. But don't come to play, come to be a leader.
The art program at MLK starts out with visual arts. So visual arts is a class where you would explore many different mediums and different styles, different types of art. You would do drawings and paintings and some three-dimensional works as well. And that's when you start working in your sketchbook, and your sketchbook is something that you will carry with you throughout the whole art program. After visual arts is drawing, and with drawing we focus more on drawing and building drawing skills, the basics of drawings such as linear perspective and form, shading, things like that. Then you'll move on to drawing 2. So drawing 2 is a more in-depth look at drawing and a focus on building your own style, building on those basics that you learned in drawing. And then from there, you can choose to go to painting. For next year we have painting. So that's taking your drawing skills and learning how to use it in the paint medium. So we explore with acrylic paint and watercolor and some other non-traditional mediums, and we have a heavy focus on color as well. So that's what you can expect from the program.
My experiences have been great. The director is great. He teaches you everything you need to know, the ins and outs, the fundamentals. The singing is great. We all just have a lot of fun here. Basically the fundamentals, sight reading, how to read music, how to read sheet music, how to harmonize, sing with other people, how to project your voice, and how to just overall become a better singer.
At Dr. Martin Luther King High School, we offer a series of courses that allow you to be able to create a professional dossier of what you might want to do as a career. They call this the Career Technical Education Pathway. Under these pathways, we have sports and entertainment marketing, we have audiovisual technology, we have graphic design, we have engineering, we have business and communications, and we have entrepreneurship. If you are interested in these types of courses, we want to make sure that you understand what you're going to be doing in these particular courses. So I'm going to start off with marketing and the marketing courses. Under the marketing classes, we have sports and entertainment marketing, which is a pathway that allows you to be able to expand yourself so that you will know how to promote yourself into the industry, as well as learning how to promote other people in the industry. It's a very useful course because it helps out the football team, it helps out the basketball team, it helps out all of the different sports fields that we have here, but it also allows you to be able to walk off into a marketing firm and be able to produce documents or to produce commercials that will allow you to be able to sell things to other people. From there, we have the entrepreneurship pathway. This is a course where they teach you how to run a small business. So if you've ever been interested in saying you want to run your own business, then this is going to teach you all of the things that you're going to need to know to be able to run your own business, along with all the legal stuff that is necessary for you to be able to stay out of trouble while running your business. We have the business pathway. That goes in two different directions. You have web design, which allows you to be able to create websites and to create graphical representations that allow you to be able to sell your business on an online platform. We also have the computer science pathway, which teaches you how to program. That pathway is leaning towards gaming, so if you're interested in gaming, it's going to teach you how to program applications so that you can actually design games. We have the graphic communication pathway. This is going into large-scale production. So you're going to learn how to do flyers, you learn how to do brochures, you learn how to do posters, you learn how to do banners. You also learn how to create graphic medias, like the things that will go on t-shirts, but you are going into the fundamentals of what design is. So it's a course that not only are you going to learn how to do it, but you're going to learn how to mass produce it. We have audiovisual broadcast. That is going into the bare bones of what it takes to actually run a TV crew. Now, when you say you see the front end, where you see the people on the newscast and stuff like that, what they're saying, this is taking you behind the scenes to see what's going on so that you know what you are doing. And we have the family consumer science pathway, which teaches food and nutrition. In food and nutrition, they're going to go through the process of how to cook, but they're going to also go into what it takes to know that you're getting receiving proper nutrition. That's going to lead into the culinary pathway. So if you're interested in going into hospitality as far as running your own kitchen, or if you're going towards high-end hotel services, those are the pathways you're going to go into. The last pathway that we offer at the school is the engineering pathway. In that pathway, we do a little bit of everything. So we're going to go into robotics, whether it be hard robotics or soft robotics. We do some filming. We produce banners. We do woodworking. We actually go outside and we work in greenhouses, and we are the builders of tomorrow's future. So if you're interested in any of these pathways, go and see the teachers that are associated with it so that you can find out more information.
Throughout dance, we've learned techniques such as pirouettes, turns, and leaps. In Dance 1, we learn single turns, we learn the basic leaps such as side and sachet steps and slides. Performing is very fun and it's different because we put on different showcases such as the teacher lip sync that's in the fall and our annual spring shows. Is either black or tan jazz shoes, leggings, black leggings, and the chosen leotard by the teacher.
What would you say to a student who
is to be open-minded and to come with a positive attitude every day, because we do learn and we're always being active. There's never a dull moment in here.
Now that you have an understanding of the classes that we offer here at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. High School, we want you to go ahead and on your form, rank your preference of which elective you would like to take in order from 1 to 3. Additionally, we also have academic electives on your form that we did not discuss. We offer psychology. We may offer U.S. history and film. There are 2 stars by it because there's a possibility that we may or may not offer it depending on how many students sign up for the course. We have an SAT prep class for those students who are interested in getting more information about how to do well on the SAT. And we also have AP Psychology. So if you are interested in any of these classes, also include them in your ranking. We definitely want students to be pathway completers. Therefore, if you have finished 2 classes within a pathway, we do expect you to complete the 3rd class, unless there is an extenuating circumstance why you do not complete the 3rd class. We will be reviewing these forms during advisement nights. Advisement nights are as follows: Rising 12th grade, February the 1st. Rising 11th grade students is February the 8th. Rising 10th grade students is February the 13th. This is where you and your parent are invited to come in and sit down with the teacher as advisor to go over your course recommendation sheet and plan classes for next year. If you want to do a level change, for instance, you want to take an AP class, but your teacher did not recommend you for the AP class, this is when you would come in and sit down with the teacher as advisor to go over any type of changes that you would like to make to your schedule for the 2018-2019 school year.